Yo, what's going on, good people? This your boy P9 doing another video, a walkthrough, a walking tour, if you will. And I'm now out here in downtown Huntsville, Alabama. This is my new place of residency. I have recently moved out here from California, transferred my job out here to Alabama, and this is my new home. So here we go. I'm doing my first video out here in Huntsville, Alabama. I've been out here now a little over a week, so it's been a long time coming. So here we go. So now, as you can see, there is the downtown Huntsville sign, settled in 1805, and this is the B.W. Blake Memorial Bridge. So I'm walking into downtown Huntsville, and currently I'm on Holmes Avenue. Holmes Avenue is one of the main drags into downtown Huntsville. So it's a Thursday evening, pretty nice weather, not too hot, not too cold. It's a typical summer evening. It's a little after 6 o'clock, and you know, it's still pretty humid. It's typical of being down south. You do have the humidity, but it's not miserable, it's not unbearable. It's actually feels pretty nice right now. It's the evening time, so in about an hour or so, the sun's gonna start setting. So just trying to get some footage out right now while there's still some daylight. There's plenty of daylight right now, so it's daylight savings time, you know how that is. So as you can see over there in the distance, and we'll get closer to it in a minute, but in the distance there's the Von Braun Center, and also the Embassy Suites downtown. And over here there's a housing development right over here at the corner of Holmes Avenue. At the corner of Holmes and Dallas Avenue. And there's a housing development over here, pretty quiet. approaching Monroe Street now, so we're getting kind of into the core of downtown. It's a little bit after 6 o'clock, probably close to 6:30 now. Not a whole lot of traffic from what I see so far. That might change a little bit once I get more into the core of downtown, but as of right now, it doesn't seem like it's a ton of traffic, unless I missed it, unless I missed the bulk of traffic. If they do have any downtown, you know, I probably missed the bulk of it, you know, around, you know, that probably was more so around 3, 4, 5 o'clock, somewhere where, you know, during the time where a lot of people are getting off work. So maybe I might have missed that traffic. Either way, it's pretty, right now it's pretty chill downtown. I want to go a little bit down Holmes Avenue a little later. I'm gonna double back, but for now I'm walking down Monroe Street, making my way towards Big Spring Park. That's really the park I really wanted to check out. It looks like right now I'm in the Arts and Entertainment District of Huntsville. Looks like a modernized Hampton Inn and Suites. Looks pretty modern. Looks pretty like a recent construction. Looks like it hasn't been there very long. It's a Hampton Inn and Suites downtown. Also adjacent to Von Braun Center, as I pointed out earlier, from the distance, is the Embassy Suites. So far I'm seeing kind of like a lot of modern structures down here so far. So I'm impressed by what I see in terms of the architecture of downtown. Looks pretty modern. Making my way across the street right now at the corner of Monroe and Clinton Avenue. Wow. Now, as you can see right here, there's a plaque that commemorates the original site of Alabama Agricultural and Mechanical University, aka Alabama A&M. So this was the original site. It was originally located right here, downtown Huntsville, at the corner of Monroe and Clinton Street. So now that the original site of Alabama A&M is occupied by what looks like a concert hall, along with the Von Braun Center. So the Von Braun Center is essentially like a performing arts venue. So all of those structures, along with this concert hall right here, is now occupying the original site of Alabama A&M. And for those who don't know, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are already aware that Alabama A&M is a historically black university. And again, it's now the current site of Alabama University is located in a section further north of downtown, in a section known as Normal, Alabama. So essentially, it's still in Huntsville, but it's just in a kind of like in a different part of Huntsville, in its own somewhat neighborhood called Normal. So you see it's a parking deck right here. Looks like some construction going on this wing, on this particular wing of the Von Braun Center, around what's called the Props Arena. So this looks like this is a continually developing downtown area. And this is what's going to draw a lot of people to the city. When you have a downtown that's modernized, has a lot of, you know, green space, as you're going to see shortly. This is what's going to be a huge draw for a lot of people, especially young adults who are looking for an affordable place to live. You know, you live in an affordable place where you get a bang for your buck. We're over here by the lake or pond, whatever you want to call it. It looks more like a pond than it does a lake, but nevertheless, it's right over here by the park where it has a little walking trail. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go walk over there right now. As you can see, there's those buildings downtown, the high rises of downtown Huntsville. Nothing, you know, they don't have any ridiculously tall structures, but they do have, you know, some high rises nevertheless. So that's pretty cool. So this is actually this is known as Big Spring Park. Wow. So a lot of people, you know, walk along this trail and right along this pond. How you guys doing? Walk their dogs. You know, you see some people also ride their bicycles. So it's a really good place to bike, walk your dog, walk, and it looks like you can feed the ducks as well, I'm pretty sure. Right across the pond over here, that structure right there, I'm gonna see if I can get it censored. There it is. It's the Huntsville Museum of Art. So you have a museum, you have a performing arts center, you got a few hotels, like, you know, modernized hotels. It looks like a residency right over there. All of these things within such a short proximity to this park called Big Spring Park. So far I'm pretty impressed by the downtown. This is the first time I've actually you know, got a chance to really look at downtown and really see. I mean, there's more to see, but this is the first time I've actually made my way out here. So far it's nice. I'm very impressed. It's not too crowded. It's not too crowded, and I understand it's a Thursday, so probably won't be too many people out, but that's okay with me. A relatively small to moderate crowd is okay with me. And you can see right over here, there goes the fountain and the ducks that are right here in the foreground. Wish I had something with me where I could feed the ducks, like some bread or something, but I don't have anything on me right now. So please, ducks, don't be upset with me. I'm sorry, don't take it personal. I just don't have anything to offer you guys today. But maybe next time, when I take another stroll out this way. And there goes the AC Hotel by Marriott, right here in the heart of downtown. Now I'm getting ready to walk up these stairs. I like this. I like how they have this little stairway and a little arch right over here, underpass to another part of the park, another side of the park. Again, there goes the Von Braun Center again. And there goes the Embassy Suites. Really a pretty cool place to relax, you know. I mean, if you're one of those people that like to get off work and just kind of unwind in nature, outdoors, this is really a really good place you can do it. And this is probably one of the best like downtown parks that I've seen in quite some time, honestly. It's very well, the grounds are very well maintained. They got some really nice, as you can see, they have some nice flowers right here. It makes for a very, very relaxing scenery, a relaxing ambiance, if you will. Here goes the sign for Big Spring Park. So it looks like this main drag circles around the park. I think the name of this street is Williams Avenue. Doesn't look like parking, from what I've seen so far, it doesn't look like parking is too much of a problem. But we'll see how long that lasts with the impending growth of Huntsville. I mean, Huntsville is a consistently growing city. It's been ranked #1 in terms of the best city to live in. Like, it's really that, it's pretty dope down here. I feel like so far I'm pleased and I'm happy with my decision to move out here. So there's that. Goes another one of those signs. We just passed Von Braun Center. Further down Williams Avenue, it looks like there's what's called Constitution Village and Courthouse Square. But I'm gonna keep walking. I'm gonna walk down Church Street. That's where I'm located right now. I'm downtown on Church Street. This is very relaxing. Wow, interesting. Here's the front of the Huntsville Museum of Art, and this is a pretty nice sculpture right here of what looks like it looks like some type of rabbit. It looks like it's a half human, half rabbit. Let me get a little closer to it. It's a pretty interesting piece. Yeah, it looks like half human, half rabbit. Very interesting. Let's see. trying to look at this little plaque down here. It looks like the artist's name is John Brooke Cote, or I don't know if I'm pronouncing his last name correctly, but it's spelled C-O-T-E with a little accent mark over the E. So I don't know if it's Cote or Cote, not sure, but whoever he is, he's a very talented artist, very talented artist. He was able to build this sculpture what looks like a bunch of, I don't know, a bunch of wire. Looks like a bunch of wire. Kind of looks like hangers, so like a wire hanger or something of that nature. And he was able to sculpt this piece out of wire hangers. I mean, these artists have this amazing amount of skills and creativity. It's just out of this world. It takes a lot of creativity and a lot of art. Yeah, it takes a lot of creativity to pull that off. Just had to get that. I saw that sculpture and was pretty interested in seeing it. I was captivated by it. That's how, I mean, art, that's the thing about art. It captivates people. And it draws attention. That's the beauty of it. Let me walk. Now I'm on the other side of Big Spring Park. Let me center this fountain into the frame. And there goes those beautiful ducks. Oh, there goes some fish too. There goes some of the fishes floating around in here as well. I'm just blown away by how well these grounds are kept over here. The groundskeeper does a very good job. It's clean. The trees are you know, trees have all their leaves, it looks like. A lot of plants, a lot of greenery, that's for sure. So as I pointed out earlier, there goes a parking deck right here. This is actually the parking deck for Big Spring Park. So it looks like it's a pretty sizable parking deck. Not sure if they charge for parking or not, but you know, if they do, it's well worth it. I'm not sure how, if they do charge, I'm not sure how much they charge, but just wanted to point that out. You have people also jog on this trail around the park. There's another. And actually Big Spring Park actually expands to the other side. This is just one part of it, but Big Spring Park also extends to the across the street, and it's connected to what looks like YMCA downtown. So Big Spring Park is pretty big. I've heard about it before I came to Huntsville, but I didn't realize I didn't realize it was this big. Go ahead and cross the street. So here goes a trail called the Huntsville Water Trail. Oh, I mean, before I go too far, here goes what looks like some bicycles you can rent. They're called the Downtown Huntsville Blue Bikes, and they're sponsored by Blue Cross Blue Shield. So, you know, if you want to come down and just, you know, rent a bicycle to ride around downtown, or, you know, particularly around the park, you can do so. I think that's pretty cool too, that Blue Cross Blue Shield partners with the city of Huntsville in order to you know, provide options as far as renting bicycles, and it also promotes a healthy lifestyle. So I think that's pretty cool. As you can see, the people out riding their bicycles. So here goes another plaque. Now again, this is the Huntsville Water Trail. So this looks like a creek. It's called the Indian Creek Canal. So this is the first canal in Alabama, according to this plaque right here. Incorporated in 1820 and completed in 1831. So this canal was constructed to the Tennessee River to facilitate the transportation of cotton to market. Developers were Thomas Fern, Leroy Pope, Stephen S. Ewing, Henry Cook, and Samuel Hazard. And this plaque was courtesy of the Alabama Historical Association circa 1965. Yeah, man, I had no clue. I didn't even know they had all of this in Huntsville. So again, you have this little bridge right here that goes over the creek. So this is the terminus of the Indian Creek Canal, which means this is where the canal actually stops. It ends right here. So apparently this canal, this creek ultimately feeds into the Tennessee River. So that's how these rivers and these bodies of waters are connected to each other, and they help facilitate you know, and a lot of times the electricity, some of these rivers apparently, let's see, President James Monroe was honored at a public dinner on June 2nd, 1819, while on a 3-day visit to the Alabama territory. So James Monroe, the president at that time, visited Alabama, or visited Huntsville back in like the early 19th century. He apparently was honored in that building. And this was back when it was Alabama territory. So this was before Alabama even achieved statehood. It was, you know, a lot of those states, a lot of states were known as territories back then. Another plaque right here. Well, my previous video had cut off because the camera got too hot. I had recorded 40 minutes worth of footage, but anyway, I'm back. And here we are in the Twickenham Historic District of Huntsville. Now again, this is more of a historical district, older buildings, older brick buildings. This one right here, interesting little structure. It's a brewery called Green Bus Brewery. Pretty interesting. So if you're into breweries and doing any type of pub crawls, well, come to Twickenham. Now a lot of these homes, or buildings I should say, a lot of these buildings in this district are built in what's called Greek Revival architectural style. So those forms of architecture was common over in Europe. And actually, the Twickenham district was named after a town in England called Twickenham. So like a lot of these towns they're named after some district or some town out in Europe. So this building right here is a Episcopal church. So we're gonna keep going this way, keep walking down this way, and kind of take a stroll through the neighborhood. Again, in this district, you're going to see a lot of older buildings, older brick buildings in a Greek Revival architectural style. So as you can see, this is an older structure, brick home. You can see the little Greek columns right there. And I'm gonna go ahead and cross over here. We're at the corner of Gates and Green Street. And this is apparently another historical building. It's called the Howard Whedon House. It's another old brick structure. So looks like it's a museum, because it looks like I see over there a sign that gives hours of tours, 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. on Tuesday through Saturday. So they're closed on, apparently they're closed on Sundays and Mondays. So this is, you know, if you're into museums, then this is a place you want to come check out. It's called the Howard Whedon House in the Twickenham district of Huntsville. A lot of older structures are over here. A lot of old historical homes that was built in the 19th century. Excuse me. Another old brick structure. I'm not quite sure what this building is. It looks like it might be a church, but I'm not really sure. The sun is setting, so we're approaching nightfall, so I wanted to get as much footage in before it got dark. Some of these homes are as old as Some of these homes are as old as 200 years. They range from 150 to 200 years old. So it's pretty impressive that they were able to preserve and maintain these structures for such a long period of time. As you saw earlier in the downtown section of Huntsville, there was a lot of modern buildings, but on this particular section, there's a lot of older 19th century homes. You know, those homes that were built like in the 1800s, some in the early 1800s, some in the mid 18 to late 1800s. Wow, get a load of this right here. Across the street, it looks like there's like a mansion. This one was built You know, you guys can't see the sign, but I can see the sign across the street. This is called the Fletcher Low home, and it was built in 1902. So we're talking the early 20th century. And this, thus far in this district, this is the most modern building, or this is the newest building that I've seen. Because most of the building structures that I've seen thus far have been in the 19th century. So that's the first one that I've seen that's early 20th century. So that's like a mansion. Here's another mansion over here. It looks like it's more so a private residency, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep it moving. Now that looks over there, I'm not sure if that's a private. It looks more so, it looks like, because it has that sign on the front, it looks like it may be a museum, but I could be wrong. It might be a private residency. I'm not really sure. It might be a private residency. Because adjacent to it, there's another residence. There's another, like, it's a driveway that leads into a residency. So but these homes they look very well maintained and very, very upscale in the same time. Well, that'll conclude this video for now. My battery's getting low, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this short. But next video, I'm gonna go into Alabama A&M University. So I'm gonna go check out the historically black university, Alabama A&M University, another historical landmark right here in Huntsville, Alabama. So until next time, this is P9 signing off. Peace and blessings.